And welcome in everybody to Bedford High School Gymnasium, where we will have a doubleheader this evening with the boys basketball team taking on Bishop Guertin. The Cardinals visiting with the boys team at 6:30, and the girls team coming in following at 8 o'clock. Great doubleheader of basketball this evening. I'm Corey Munster-Tiger here with the BCTV crew, joined as usual by Lauren Fox. Lauren, warm-ups are going. We got pink for zinc all around. Thoughts on the game tonight?
It should be a great one. You have a Bedford team that's 14-1. The only blemish on that record comes lost to Nashville North a couple weeks back, 67-60. They beat unbeaten Pinkerton a week ago by 15. So that was looking to be a big challenge. And then they're going against the BG team that's lost 4 games, was red hot, had 4 in a row scoring 80, but lost the last time out to Trinity. So, and BG has a long roster. I don't even have enough space to write everybody down, but you mentioned the pink for zinc, and this is a big deal here. Charlie Zink passed away in June of 2021, and the community rallied around the Zink family, very involved family, and so tonight is a fundraiser for Charlie's team to do some work to the basketball courts of Riddlebrook, and everybody here is dressed in pink. In fact, we even have pink nets on the rims tonight.
Pink nets. I noticed that when I walked in. We have pink shooter shirts. The girls team are over here watching the boys team start out. They have their pink on as well. Great to see that community involvement, all rallying around a great cause. 20 seconds to go. We'll get our starting lineups here momentarily. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals, as you said, coming in at 11-4. They are 5th in New Hampshire Division I rankings right now. Bedford is tied for 2nd as there is a log jam. Nashua North has a 15-1 record at number 1, and I think there are 2 or 3 teams at 14-1. Obviously Bedford and Pinkerton, the aforementioned, with that win last week, are in the mix as well. Should be a great last week of basketball as we get into February break and then get into the playoffs shortly thereafter.
It is going to be a wild one in this. 2 teams that are very evenly matched, athletic, both of them. And for Bedford, the thing to look out for is Aiden O'Connell, who is 5 points away from 1,000 in his career. Now, that didn't all happen here. He played for Goffstown for 3 seasons, but he will hit that milestone clad in Bedford red and white.
I would expect that we would see that in the first quarter pretty early on. Perhaps Coach Moreno's even drawing up a few plays for the senior all-star. Starting lineups are going to be announced here. First for Bishop Guertin, we will have number 2 Luke Anderson, number 3 Tyler Mackey, number 20 Matt Santusuoso, number 23 Javari Ellison, and number 45 Spencer Matarazzo.
And of course, as luck would have it, the guy wearing number 45 is off my score sheet and he's starting in the game.
On the Bedford side, we will have number 3 Nico Bedoyan, number 5 Caden Brown, number 11 Luke Soden, 24 Sean Toscano, and 25 the aforementioned Aiden O'Connell. Bishop Guertin is wearing their away green uniforms trimmed in yellow lettering, yellow numbers. Bedford will wear their home white uniforms, red trim, red numbers, and black lettering.
And this one, in case you're wondering why we have home and homes this year, we had one against Goffstown early in the season, and we have this one against BG. Corey Parker working with some of the other athletic departments to try to do this as both games are here this year. Maybe next year we will be there, but at least it makes it a night, it makes it an event. And candidly, the game that I'm looking forward to, no disrespect to these boys, is watching Bedford take on BG on the girls' side.
Absolutely, that should be a great tilt later on this evening. That's game number 2. Right now, we'll have the national anthem for game number 1. We will rejoin you shortly after the anthem is played. rendition of the national anthem by the Bedford High School Pep Band. Taking center court, that was a little unexpected.
Yeah, I guess that's how you know it's a big game, right? Maybe
guess.
now they can start coming to all the games. Just saying.
We hope to see them. They are down in the corner, ready to play throughout the game.
It is filled to the gills here at the Bedford High Gym, and my only hope is that these guys don't find something better to do at 8:30 or 8 o'clock when the girls come on, because that one's going to be exciting as well. So I'm going to keep doing that selling point. And if you're around town, stop by. You can buy raffle tickets, all kinds of great food from the pre and back room as well here at Bedford High School.
We are set for tip-off. 8 minutes on the clock. Bishop Guertin will control the tap as Javari Ellison tapped it back. Anderson now, lefty push pass, bounces it across. Up top to Santosuaso. Drive now by Anderson, guarded closely by Brown. Little fake spin by Mackey. Didn't get too far. Back to Santosuaso. Tries for the dish down low, but can't connect with Mackey. Turnover, and the Bulldogs defense holds.
Turnover happened because of that pickup on D by Sean Toscano off the screen. Bedoyan was screened out of the play. Toscano did a great job picking it up.
Good help defense there. Aiden O'Connell now, left side. Toscano far straight away. Bedoyan dishes to Soden. He goes right down the lane. Gets into traffic, can't hit the floater in the lane. It's an air ball. The Cardinals come back the other way. Caden Brown defends Anderson. Kicks it back out top to Ellison. Now Mackey. Far sideline. Now back up top. Brown goes for the steal, can't get it. Ellison uses the body down low. And an offensive rebound by Matarazzo. Three-pointer on the way off. As Anderson couldn't connect. Now Bedoyan is out on the break. Takes a whack, but makes the basket anyway. No call. 2-0 Bedford. Great
body control by Nico, and a wonderful pass there by Luke Soden as well. We talk about his shooting, but that was a great look.
Bedford comes out in their full court press, and it is beaten soundly. Matt Santosuaso on the lay-in, as Bishop Guertin held pretty easy break of that full court press. Now we have a turnover. Matarazzo with the steal and the lay-in. Picked the pocket of Aiden O'Connell.
You stole my verb.
Which one?
That was pick my pocket. That's exactly what I thought happened.
There you go.
Perfect. Our radio listeners get it.
Gets into the lane. Little pull up. Can't.
That's just a hustle play right there.
Sure is. Aiden O'Connell now. Looks to go one-on-one. Gets past Matarazzo. Gets to the hoop. Gets fouled. Does not get it to go, so he'll go to the line for two. Aiden O'Connell with that strong left hand, driving hard. That's the first team foul on Bishop Guertin. It will be on Matarazzo. O'Connell buries the first. (4-3) Cardinals, and make it 4-4 as O'Connell buries the second. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first. 4-4 is your score. Oh, Bedoyan almost with the pick there. Tried to step into the passing lane, couldn't quite get there.
He's playing with high intensity, is Nico Bedoyan.
Sure is. Looked like it could have been close to that 10-second there, but Bishop Guertin gets it over the timeline. Three-pointer rattles in and out. That was Ellison. Looked like that ball went off of a Bishop Guertin foot, but it does go in favor of the Cardinals, so they'll take it out inbounds.
I got to say, I did see it going off O'Connell's, but
I thought it went off of Mackey's foot, but
our opinion doesn't matter.
No, it's irrelevant. The Zebras are what counts. We do have 3 of them tonight. Officials doing their best to keep track of the rules and the gameplay. Anderson up top. Near side, Santosuaso way beyond the three-point line. Chu will take a look at it. Now that's Anderson. His three-pointer's no good. Tracked down by Bedoyan. He's out in the break. O'Connell gets to the free throw line, pulls it down. Nico Bedoyan down low, rises up, can't get it to go.
Bedoyan's
man,
playing.
yeah, got some energy. The
A lot of intensity.
little man couldn't quite get enough room, but created some room for himself. Just couldn't get it to go. Santos on a nice drive. Kisses it off, righty from the left-hand side. Went strong and made room for himself there. 6'4", Bishop Guertin. Nice backdoor cut by Caden Brown. Answers quickly. Feed up top from Sean Toscano. 6'6".
Yep. He did the bunny hop right after he got the ball. He took that one extra step before he dribbled it, did Tyler Mackey, and got called for the travel.
Bedoyan will inbounds on the near side. Finds Toscano, little handoff. Now far side to Soden. They're going to call him on a travel. Possibly that same exact call.
The Bedford possession before, I thought O'Connell got away with 2 travels. And in this case, the Soden one, I don't quite know about that. Maybe they thought it was a makeup.
Tough one there, but they do call it, and it is a turnover. 6-6 is your score halfway through the first quarter. Very close to this timeline again, but they do get it to Ellison, but he steps over the half-court line. So you're right, Lauren, that was over and back. The Bulldogs will take it over near side. Aiden O'Connell will inbound. Bedoyan in the backcourt brings it over the timeline. Now hands it off to O'Connell. Soden, a little jab step to his right. Can't get the lay-in to go. Offensive rebound, battled around, but Ellison comes away for the Cardinals. A couple of good opportunities in close. Couldn't quite pull it down. Bedford defense extending out here in the half court. Santos with a nice dish offside, and Matarazzo finishes. He has 4. Santos has been comfortable with those passes, as we know he's the quarterback from this fall's football team. Now an easy one down low. In transition, Robert Canaway III got loose and got an easy deuce. 10-6 on 2 quick buckets from Bishop Guertin. The Cardinals have a 4-point lead.
Bedford's gotten the looks. They just haven't made the shots. But on that one, what Coach Moreno didn't like is what you just saw the replay. If you're watching at home, the fact that the forward Canaway was able to get underneath the entire Bedford defense and get an uncontested layup, man, at this point in the game, that should not be happening. BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access your fingertips than ever before. Bedford Community Television is available for free download on Apple iOS and Android. Download the Bedford Community Television app from your app store today.
3:18 to go in the first quarter. 10-6. The Cardinals lead over the Bulldogs here at Bedford High School. Bulldogs will take it out under their own basket. After the timeout, Coach Moreno was not pleased about that transition defense. Talked it over, stopped a quick little run there. Now a pass cross court is way out of bounds by Luke Soden. He was looking for Caden Brown on the opposite side, and it sailed way too high. Anderson now inbounds to Ellison. Santos far side. Cross court pass to Mackey. That was Canaway finding Mackey. Backcourt cut here by Matarazzo. He can't get it to go. Santos open for 3. It's off. Ellison with the offensive board. And now we're going to get another travel. That one, again, I'm not sure about these travel calls. It looked like he had a nice little up fake and was able to avoid his defender, but as the student section is chanting, you can't do that. It didn't look like too egregious of a travel, but the officials found that it was an infraction. Down low, Aiden O'Connell finds the cutting Bedford Bulldog, that is Lafferty. Back out top to Soden. He tries to scoop, can't get it to go. And Anderson comes away with it. Long pass down the court. Blocked, and fouled. That's Canaway. Is going to get whacked by Caden Brown.
Brown thought he caught him and got nothing but ball, but he got whistled for it. Usually that'll happen on a fast break anyway. If you make the nice block, you will get hit with it. So
sure did. You saw him come down with both hands on the ball, but got enough of the body to warrant the foul call. So first team foul on Bedford. First on Brown, of course.
And as they say on the playground, the die never lies.
Ball don't lie, the die never lies. Take your pick as Canaway misses the first. He hits the second, so he has 3 points. It is 11-6. O'Connell driving hard with that left hand, takes some good, strong steps, and gets fouled on the way to the basket.
I got to tell you, given the offensive output of both of these teams, I would have figured we would have been at a 18, 16, somewhere along those lines. So 30-something points at the end of a quarter. Right now we got 17, 6 minutes in. Luke Soden has none, which is unusual for this season.
Agreed. A little bit unusual scoring pattern as Soden has missed a couple of bunnies in close. O'Connell now is 3 for 3 from the line, going for the back end here. And he makes that shot. 4 points now for Aiden O'Connell. He has 999 points for his career. Anderson looks down low for Stanislaus, who came back in, gets the reverse lay-in. He now has 6. 13-8 is your score. 5-point lead for the Cardinals. Brown down low. His pass to Lafferty is picked off by Canaway. Santos-Suazo back. Sets things up. Gets down in for a right-hand scoop shot. No good. Lafferty comes away with the rebound. The Bulldogs are into transition. Kazajanski will go right to the basket and lay it in.
Bedford got away with one on the offensive end, or on the defensive end. They had no business getting that rebound. Somehow they came away with it. Nobody crashed after that missed shot.
Nobody crashed, but the Bulldogs came away with it and were able to get an easy transition bucket. Three-pointer is missed here. That was Hudson Nichols on the attempt. The rebound is batted away by the Bulldogs, though. You can see Lafferty here getting it up quickly to Kazajanski on the replay. And Kazajanski just had the Red Sea part, went in and laid it right off the glass.
Took him about 4 strides to get up court.
Ellison dishes, can't get it to go, was Nichols again. Offensive rebound.
Travel.
And we're going to get a travel call.
He was on his knees, his hands and knees with the ball, and he came off the ground. Travel at any level of basketball.
And as the student section likes to say, you can't do that. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. The Bulldogs trail the Cardinals 13-10. Soden to the basket with a circus shot. Finally gets a deuce, and it's 13-12. The Cardinals break the press. Ellison, again, a circus shot. Wow, that was outstanding by Ellison. Great catch. Got it back in front of the backboard and got the lay-in to go. Hopefully we can get a replay of that. And there it is. The end one. Aiden O'Connell gets fouled on the way to the basket. Count the basket, which puts him over 1,000. And he will go to the line. Outstanding milestone for Aiden O'Connell. That lay-in gave him 6. He's at the line for the N1, and you can see the fans across the way holding their placards, homemade signs that all say 1,000. Congratulations, young man. The free throw is good. Makes good on the N1. He has 7 points now. 15-15 is your score. Wow, that ball looked to go off the Bedford foot. And the Bulldogs get the benefit of referees far away from the action. 21 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Bulldogs and the Cardinals are knotted at 15. Caden Brown inbounds, far side. Finds Kazajanski, and he's going to get called for the travel. Same call 3 or 4 times here in the first quarter. Little jab step, and they're taking that pivot foot off the floor before that dribble gets down.
And they're most certainly calling it.
And they've been consistent.
Yes.
They've called it on both sides, so That's what it is. 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Ellison up top, looking to go one-on-one. Between the legs a couple times. Scoop down low. Attempt is no good. It'll be Bulldog basketball with under a second to go.
Great pass down there. He found Mackey underneath, which he had drawn the defense up to him, had Ellison, but unfortunately Mackey couldn't finish.
O'Connell, three-quarter court. Ooh, wow, close. Got backboard and rim, but does not fall. And I believe we're going to have a small ceremony here in honor of Aiden O'Connell's 1,000th point. We will listen in to the announcer in the stadium here as Aiden O'Connell goes across the way. Going to get a picture with his father, Jeff, and his mom. Both in the arena tonight. Number 25 right over his shoulder. And that's great to see. Everybody in this place tonight is standing on their feet for that career accomplishment. Number 25, Aiden O'Connell, scores his 1,000th career point.
Came out hot in the first. He had 5 free throws and a 2-point basket, giving him 7, and then 4 Bulldogs with 2 apiece. And for BG, it was a duo of Sanasuazo with 6 and Matarazzo with 4. We've been wanting to say that all night.
Yeah.
And we are tied 15-15, but it was the broadcaster jinx when I said, well, we've only had 17 points, and it was about 2:06 left, and they exploded for 13 in about 1:40.
We'll have 8 minutes back on the board. We are getting what we expected, a closely battled game throughout the first quarter, knotted at 15. O'Connell will inbound, far side. Kazajanski comes high. He's guarded by Mackey. Soden dishes back to Kazajanski. Toscano squares up. Across to O'Connell. Pulls it down. Gets some space, and we'll get it to go. 9 points now for O'Connell.
A lot of discipline there, not forcing a shot or a pass. He just took his time and got the bucket.
Discipline and patience. Finally found a little bit of space, as does Sanasuazo here. And Matt Sanasuazo has 8 points. 17-17. Soden, quick first step, gets whacked. When he gets to the rim, he'll go to the line.
Good sportsmanship. Ellison on the spot to haul him up quickly, and always love to see that. I'm going to jinx it again here. Neither team has hit a 3.
Well, I mean, that's not necessarily a curse there.
No, that's weird.
I mean, that's still a little unusual, especially for these two sharp shooting teams. Soden gets the first to go. He has 3. Caden Brown will check back in, as will Nico Bedoyan. Kazajanski and Lafferty will take a seat next to Coach Moreno. Soden for his second of 2. That is good as well. He has 4 now. 19-17 is your score. Just over 7 minutes to go in the first half. Sanasuazo. Now Anderson. Back to Sanasuazo on that far side. Picks up a pick. Little handoff back to Anderson. Backdoor cut. Nice cut. Contested at the rim, but Canaway gets to go. He has 5 points. We have a silly violation on the inbound play as the Bulldogs stepped over. Ooh, that was close. Jeez, I'm not even sure that was a violation, as Soden
Luke would agree with you.
Was coming in. He tapped it back to Bedoyan. Here's that three-pointer, and it is back rimmed. No good. The score stays at 19 all. Yeah, I think Luke would agree with me, as he was tapping it back to Bedoyan. He got it out of his hand before his foot hit the ground, but the official right there thought otherwise. Caden Brown now drives hard righty, gets double teamed near the rim. Toscano can't pull down the offensive board as Ellison yanks it away. The Cardinals back in transition. Anderson back to Ellison. Three-pointer, short, batted around. Bedoyan comes away with the defensive board. He's out. Now back to Aiden O'Connell. Gets high, takes a hit, awkwardly lands, but he will go to the line.
Glad to see him get back up so quickly. He was kind of low bridged a bit, or hit high and wound up coming down on his right shoulder, but came up pretty quickly, and always a good thing.
Always checking himself out there. That's Santa Suaso on the foul. That's his first. Team's fifth. O'Connell back end on the front. 6:21 to go. We're knotted at 19. O'Connell looks to put the Bedford Bulldogs up by 1. And he does. 10 points now for Aiden O'Connell. He leads all scorers. Ellison, far side to Anderson. Back to Ellison. Down low now. Canaway. Wow, just rims out. Was hanging on the rim. Offensive board and putback by Luke Anderson.
Unfortunately, the Bulldogs got caught watching after that one instead of getting after the rebound.
They sure did. That was like that playoff shot by Kawhi Leonard for the Raptors a couple of years ago. They just balanced on the rim, waiting for it to fall. Into transition now. Santa Suaso can't hit the little lay-in. Good defense by Toscano as he got back. Now O'Connell will pull for 3. Too short. Soden battles for the rebound. Ripped away by Santa Suaso. The Cardinals will come back. Timeout. Coach Fisher saw this getting a bit scrappy and says, hey guys, let's take a few minutes to talk this over.
And I have no evidence to back this up, but the reason this game is as close as it is, Bedford's not winning the 50-50 balls, at least at this point in the game. The contested ones, they got to get after. If they win those, that's going to be the difference in the game, but they're a little tentative when it comes to those. If you're enjoying the game, check out more BHS sports action from Bedford Community TV on your Apple TV and Roku. You can also watch on Amazon Fire TV via the Cablecast ScreenWeave app. Download the app to watch the next game live on the big screen. And if you're listening on radio, you can listen to Bedford 105.1 online at wbnh.bedfordnh.org for the stream link. We also stream on TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, and Radio Garden. You can also tell Alexa to play Bedford 105.1.
You know, Lauren, your observation there is absolutely correct. Those 50-50 balls, that's every sport. It's the hustle plays. They make such a difference. And Bishop Guertin has a 1-point lead, but if they weren't making some of those hustle plays, Bedford would be ahead by several, I imagine.
As my good friend Rob Gilbert says, it's not the best team that wins, it's the team that plays the best. You got to hustle to win that game.
There you go. Near side now, Vincent Lazzari. He gets doubled, passes off to Santa Suaso. Hand off to Anderson. He dribbles between his legs. Bedoyan can't quite get it to go. Canaway down the lane. Nice little dish on a cut to Canaway. He gets the floater in the lane to go. Bedoyan drives baseline all the way in the corner. Caden Brown for 3, too short. Offensive board tapped out by Lafferty. Soden up fake, pulls from 3, too strong. Way too strong there. Soden's shot was a bit off. 4:30 to go in the first half. The Cardinals lead by 3, 23-20. Santa Suaso, far side to Anderson. Now Canaway. Down low to Ellison. Little inside-outside play there with Lazzari. Now Ellison kicks to the corner. Canaway from 3. Got it. First 3 of the game, and it's Canaway that buries. He has 10.
Canaway's made a lot of points cutting to the hoop. I wasn't expecting to see him shoot a 3, neither were the Bulldogs.
He shoots it, and he makes it, as does Lafferty on the other end. Lefty drive, kisses it off the glass. Good strong move by Dylan Lafferty there. 26-22. Little Euro step, can't quite control it. That was Lazzari. Brown now back, gets stripped by Santa Suaso. Keeps it in, wow. Hustle play there again by Santa Suaso. Canaway, pulled down by Lazzari. Back to Santa Suaso. He drives right, he gets into the lane. Little floater will go. He has 10 now. 3 players in double digits, 2 for the Cardinals and 1 for the Bulldogs. 28-22 is your score. The Cardinals lead by 6. O'Connell says, let's try to get a little bit closer. Strong lefty drive down the left side, gets whacked on his way, gets the hoop and the harm as Canaway picks up his second foul. O'Connell with 12 now, and he'll go back to the line. Tough to stop. You know what Aiden O'Connell's going to do a lot of times. Good, strong, left-handed player. You know he likes to go to that left hand, but it's just tough to stop him, even if you know it's coming. Free throw is good. 13 for Aiden O'Connell. Lazari. Canaway now finds Mackey. Check back into the game. This is Hudson Nichols. Back up top to Mackey. Little fake. Gets into the lane. Floater is well short. Ripped away by Braga, who's checked in. O'Connell back to that left hand. Soden pulls from 3. Can't get it to go. 2 bounces off the rim. Santasuaso comes down with the rebound. His pass a little too high. Incomplete as Mackey was racing down the far lane.
He was looking for an alley-oop for Mackey, but I'm not sure that that was really physically possible.
That's the thought that counts, though.
Yep.
And Lafferty will inbound.
We're going to we'll manifest it into reality. If I throw you the oop, you're going to finish it.
28-25. Cardinals lead by 3. Aiden O'Connell gets another floater in the lane. Just inside the free throw line, pulled up, got it to go. He has 15. 28-27. Bulldogs back to within 1. Lazari finds the cutter, and getting it to go is Hudson Nichols. Nice little lay-in. Cardinals offense is relying on those backdoor cuts quite a bit, and they're getting them. Soden picks it up in the lane, throws one up, can't get it to go, gets his own board. We're going to have a jump ball.
Aside from the 50-50 balls that we talked about earlier, the other big difference in this game is the Cardinals cutting to the hoop and moving without the ball. And somehow the guards are continually finding players open in the paint, high percentage shots.
Those are those backdoor cuts we just mentioned, and they have been quite effective as the Bulldogs are getting out in their aggressive half-court defense. And sometimes too aggressive, as those backdoor cuts along the baseline have been successful for the Cardinals. That's that off-ball movement that you're talking about. Anderson back to Mackey. Nichols down low to Matarazzo. To the corner. Crossover dribble. Pass knocked away. Bedoyan tips it back right to Anderson. Drives baseline. And he was out of bounds as Matarazzo stepped back in from out of bounds, and the Bulldogs caught a break there.
He hadn't reestablished himself, but yeah, Nico Bedoyan committed one of those Cardinals into basketball, saving the ball underneath your own hoop.
Tapping it back lightly right to the Cardinal player. Kazajanski drives hard. Good defense there by Anderson. Thwarts that attempt. Caden Brown back out top. Braga will pull up and get it to go. Nice shot by Thomas Braga. Doesn't get as much playing time, but gets into the lane and gets the floater to go.
Had an opportunity, shot it with confidence.
30-29, the Cardinals lead by 1. Cut through here by Mackey, gets the entry pass. Batted away, Bulldogs go for the steal. Anderson for 3, gets it to go.
There you go, there's your first 3 of the game.
Second, I believe. I think Canaway hit one earlier.
Oh yeah, you're right, Canaway did.
Braga going strong. He'll get fouled.
On the ground.
On the ground, but that'll put Braga on the foul line as the Cardinals have 17 fouls now. I didn't catch who that was on.
I thought it was on Mackey.
That's Mackey. That's Mackey. He has 2 now. As mentioned, 17 fouls for the Cardinals. Braga hits the front end and earns the second. 3 points for him now.
Do you think they call Mackey the Mac Daddy or Daddy Mac?
Either one, he'll get you.
Yep. Oh, look at that.
Braga's second, no good. Right
really,
through the hands of O'Connell.
You really crisscrossed me up on that one. That was a quick return.
There it was. 33-30. The Cardinals lead. Just under 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Santa Suaso down in the corner. Back up top to Anderson. Anderson again. Near side. This is Lowney. Anderson back to Lowney. Jab step. Down low. Anderson in close. Matarazzo can't get the lay-in to go. Kazajanski gets the defensive board. A desperation heave at the buzzer is no good for Bedoyan and wouldn't have counted anyway. And the Bulldogs will go into halftime trailing by 3, 33-30. Back and forth action there throughout the first half. Couple turnovers, couple backdoor cuts. And the Cardinals will come away with a 3-point halftime lead. And welcome back to high school gymnasium here in Bedford, New Hampshire. The Bedford Bulldogs hosting the visiting Bishop Guertin Cardinals. And they trail by 3 at halftime. I'm Corey Munstertiger, joined here by Lauren Fox. Lauren, we talked about it at the end of the first half there with some of those off-ball cuts, the backdoor cuts along the baseline. That seemed to be torching, well, not torching, they've only scored 33 points, but certainly catching Bedford defense by surprise.
Yeah, that was the thing that the Bulldogs really struggled with in the first half, was picking up those backdoor cuts. Nothing fancy. The college team's been doing that for about a million years. So I'm pretty confident that Frank Moreno at halftime made some adjustments, and that will no longer be open. And you'll see the BG Cardinals forced to shoot from outside a bit more as that backdoor cut closes up.
Matt Santosuaso was able to take advantage of several of those backdoor cuts. He is tied for the team lead for the Cardinals at 10 points, as is Robert Canaway III. Also on the board for the Cardinals is Luke Anderson with 5, Spencer Matarazzo with 4, and 2 apiece for Hudson Nichols and Javari Ellison. On the Bulldogs side, Aiden O'Connell leads the way and leads all scorers with 15 points. 4 points by Luke Soden, who is abnormally quiet there in the first half. Thomas Braga off the bench with 3 points, and 2 apiece for Nico Bedoyan, Caden Brown, Dylan Lafferty, and Austin Kazajanski rounding out the 30 points for the Bulldogs.
And keep in mind, Soden's averaging, 28, 29 a game. So that was unexpected for us. You can only imagine what it's been like for him. And I have a feeling that a competitor like he is will no doubt right the ship. Some programming notes for you. Girls hoops Tuesday, February 21st against Alvern at 7. That's senior night. Boys play Friday the 24th against Salem at 7. Senior night as well. Boys hockey taking on BG. Radio only Saturday at 11 a.m. And NHIAA playoff coverage begins on the last day of February, Tuesday the 28th. Catch the games locally on Comcast Channel 23, HD 1072, Bedford 1051, or bedfordtv.com. Check out BCTV's social media and the NHCCM sports broadcast schedule for all upcoming games.
We appreciate the BCTV crew and the WBNH crew here tonight. We're also broadcasting in Nashua on ETV as we see 2 steals to start off the first half here. Bedoyan, the ball gets away from him, but it will be the Bedford basketball as Mackey chased it down on the far sideline. It got knocked away, and his foot was on the sideline as he tried to save it.
Bedoyan turned it over on the offensive end, stole it right back on the defensive end.
And now it prevents another turnover here. Tough start here. O'Connell gets into the left lane lefty, and he's blocked by Javari Ellison. 30 seconds in, no score, but Santosuaso looked to erase that. Couldn't quite get that 3 to go. Ellison up top. Finds Anderson. Little floater from the elbow is good. He has 7. Bedoyan over the timeline. Soden's 3-pointer, too strong. Rebounded by Matt Santosuaso. I've probably pronounced his name about 6 different ways this evening. My apologies. He would probably do the same with mine. We get another travel here, this time on Tyler Mackey.
When those guys turn 30, if they live in Bedford, you could play on a team with Santosuaso, Matarazzo, and Munstertiger.
That would be a mouthful.
Yep.
The Italian and German connection, perhaps?
Yes.
Bedoyan into the lane. Toscano back up top to Aiden O'Connell. He'll pull from 3. A little too strong. Rebounded by Santosuaso. Over the timeline, Mackey. He's guarded by Bedoyan. Santosuaso back to Mackey. Now Anderson hands it off to Ellison, top of the key, left side. Santosuaso comes off a cut. Now gets into the lane righty. He gets fouled. Ooh, and he'll get called for the chicken wing. Little wrap there. That's a surprising call at the high school level, but they get Santosuaso on the wing. Wrapped it around the defender, and that will be an offensive foul.
Interesting and unexpected, but the Bulldogs aren't going to turn it down.
Of course not. Checking in is Austin Kazajanski, as Nico Bedoyan will have a seat. Caden Brown will inbound, gets it to Soden quickly. Just over 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. The Bulldogs down by 5, 35-30. Brown tied up. Anderson now far side. Toscano for 3. It's no good. Rattles in and out. Aiden O'Connell gets the big offensive rebound and put back. And in for 2. The Bulldogs trail by 3 now, 35-32. And we're going to get a quick little touch foul on Soden, as Ellison was coming over the timeline. Soden reached in. It's his first foul. First foul on the Bulldogs in the second half. Notably, they only had 1 team foul in the first half. Relatively clean defense, and still only let up 33 points. Anderson gets into the lane and gets the floater. 9 points now for Luke Anderson. O'Connell spins away. Soden guarded by Matarazzo. Far side, Brown. Now back to Aiden O'Connell. Backdoor cut by Kazajanski. Great tip there by Javari Ellison. Gets the turnover, but it's turned right back over to Soden. Across the lane was Toscano to O'Connell, and he dumps it in for his 18th and 19th point.
Great recognition by Toscano, seeing that O'Connell was open and finding him.
Santosuaso pulls way off. 3-pointer from the corner was way long. Soden now in transition, stuffed from behind. Ellison, now 3-pointer from Toscano is good. Toscano gets in the scorebook and ties the game at 37.
Eventually the Bulldogs were going to hit one, and that one was a big one.
Looks to answer is Anderson. Can't get it to go, and it touched the support on the top side, out of bounds. And Coach Fisher wants a timeout to calm things down. Score's knotted at 37. The Bulldogs came back as they were trailing by 5 there early in the third quarter, but 2 quick baskets, a 3-pointer by Toscano, and that lay-in by O'Connell gets them back even.
And that may be the biggest lead that we have seen in the game to this point. If you're looking where you can find upcoming Bulldogs games, BC TV is a proud member of the New Hampshire Coalition for Community Media, which offers the New Hampshire high school sports broadcast schedule during games from all across the state. Our peers in other communities may be covering your away games live on their channels and live streams. Find Bedford Bulldogs game coverage and more at nhccm.org/network. You can even get a calendar you can put in your phone.
Yeah, don't forget that /network. That's the key to that.
Yes.
You got a slash.
Cordell Stewart.
442.
We moved from backdoor cuts to slashes.
Yeah, I mean, geez, that's an old school Steelers reference for
great,
the youngsters.
He was slash.
They'll have no idea. The guy played 87 different positions on the football field. They had to call him slash.
How fun was that, though?
4.5 to go in the third quarter. Caden Brown knifes through the defense. Gets the lay-in to go. He has 4, and the Bulldogs have a 2-point lead. Ooh, close steal, and now Brown gets it up court. Soden will just lay it in. He wasn't going for the flash. Good choice. He has 6 points now, and the Bulldogs have a 4-point lead.
Feet weren't quite right. Trying to dunk would have been tough.
We get another turnover now as the Bulldogs, wow, looked like a little double dribble there. Coach Fisher's going bananas, but O'Connell gets the lay-in. He has 21.
He would argue that the ball was knocked out of his paws.
It looked to me like it was a double dribble. The officials likely saw what you thought you saw as the ball got tipped. And the Bulldogs defense is really causing some turnovers here in this mid part of the third quarter. Matarazzo gets hit on the way to the basket. Brown will pick up the foul. His second attempt is no good, but Matarazzo will have 2. Wow. A lot of action there in the last 2 minutes of gameplay. Right through the middle of the court, too. Some turnovers, some quick buckets, and the Bulldogs quickly out to a 6-point lead.
11-0 run for Bedford.
Matarazzo misses the front end. A little long and a little left. Anderson comes out. Mackey back in. Matarazzo. Second hits the front end of the rim and gets the roll. He has 5 points.
Student section chanting Nick Ferrucci. Bedford student transferred to BG.
Toscano will take a foul in transition. As Hudson Nichols had come away, Soden had run into one of the defenders, fell down and lost the ball. Toscano takes that foul. It's his first foul. Third team foul here in the second half for the Bulldogs. Matarazzo up top of the key. Santosuazo comes off of the pick. Little backdoor cut here by Nichols. Gets to his left hand, too strong. Soden comes away with a strong rebound. Out quick to Kazajanski. He gets whacked. No call. Misses the lay-in. And now Canaway throws a deep one. Santosuazo, little shimmy shake, crossover dribble, but Brown is still with him. Nichols now, back to Mackey. Mackey drives lefty. Good defense by Lafferty, but the official disagrees. We'll call him on the foul, count the basket, and Lafferty picks up the foul. Matarazzo with 7, and he'll go back to the line looking for 8. 43-40 is your score. The Bulldogs got out to a 6-point lead, and now it is cut to 2, as Matarazzo makes good on the free throw. He has 8. Soden slips, gets back up, looks close to a travel, but doesn't get called for it.
I thought it might have been.
Coach Fisher again going crazy on the officials. We're going to get a jump ball. Great defense there by Spencer Matarazzo as O'Connell tried to get to the rim. And the possession arrow will point in favor of Bishop Guertin.
Matarazzo had a lot of arm on that, I'm just going to say from the replay.
A lot of arm, but his hand was on the ball, and the officials saw that. They give the jump ball.
The arm is part of the ball.
I guess. The shoulder, and what else is part of the ball? Kickball here by the Bulldogs. Almost came away with a steal as Lafferty jumped in that passing lane. It was deflected off of Caden Brown's foot, though. So kickball is called. 2.5 to go in the third quarter. 43-41. The Bulldogs lead by 2. Brown almost comes up with a steal. Anderson spins away, pulls from 3, way off. Up high for the rebound was O'Connell. Now Soden in transition gets whacked and gets the foul, gets the lay-in, and will go to the line.
Soden broke down the court so well, and you saw the strong arm of Aiden O'Connell hitting him in stride. And somehow Luke able to resist the contact and still make the shot. Now he'll try for a natural 3.
Nichols gets called for the foul. He'll take a seat as Ellison checks back in for the Cardinals. Soden to the line for the and 1. Nothing but net. Soden has 9. Cardinals break the press. Ellison will pull it out, settle things down, and look for his offense to get into the flow of things. Ellison guarded by Aiden O'Connell up top. Canaway now gets to the elbow, dishes back. Matarazzo. Ellison again. Righty, now lefty into the lane. Takes a Euro step, can't get it to go. Close on that lay-in attempt, but it does rattle out. O'Connell now. Hands to Soden. Soden one-on-one with Matarazzo. Little hezzy. Gets it to go on that long second step. That slight little hesitation. Gets the basket and the foul.
Well, Luke Soden showing you can knock him down, but you can't knock him out.
Sure will be tough to do that. He had 4 points in the half. The first half has 7 here in the third quarter. 11 total and pushes the lead out to 7, looking for 8 as he goes back for the and one. Second one in a row. Free throw is good. He has 12. And as you expected, you can't keep a player like Luke Soden down for long. Mackey now drives baseline, gets double teamed, dishes right back in the middle. Santos-Suazo gets fouled on the way to the hoop. Tough call there. The officials bailed him out.
That one just on the body more than anything. He was out of control going up. And it looked like Caden Brown on the help defense got him.
They're showing Dylan Lafferty up there on the board. He has his second foul there. And Santos-Suazo will go to the line for 2. Too strong on the front end. Toscano will check in for Lafferty. Anderson will go out, and Lowney will come in for the Cardinals. 1:16 to go in the third quarter. Bulldogs lead 49-41 as Santos-Suazo misses both. Bedoyan with a head of steam gets blocked. Santos-Suazo on the block.
Smart play. The ball was blocked. Bedoyan got out of bounds, couldn't get it. But Santos-Suazo forgot that he wasn't contesting, that he couldn't contest the ball, and he let it go too.
Inbound to Aiden O'Connell. Looks to get to his left hand. Kicks to Toscano. Fadeaway three-pointer is short. Santos-Suazo with the defensive board. Mackey now dishes to Canaway. Another backdoor cut and another lay-in. They are crafty off ball. As soon as the defender turns their head, they're making that cut.
Haven't seen nearly as much of that in the second half, though.
Sure haven't, but we've seen a lot of that throughout the game with O'Connell on the lay-in. 23 now for Aiden O'Connell. Santos-Suazo in transition, can't get it to go. O'Connell back on the break. 3-on-2. Right into Mackey, stripped away, but it will stay Bedford basketball.
And the Bulldogs once trailed 37-32. They are on a 19-6 run.
And as Adam Sandler would say, not too shabby.
Nope.
Toscano back to Soden for 3. Off. Chased down by Brown, but defensive rebound by Mackey. His outlet pass is kicked away by Bedoyan. And with just under 20 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Bulldogs lead by 8, 51-43. Mackey takes the inbound pass. Slowly walks over half court. The Bulldogs have bounced into a 2-3 zone defense. Canaway at the foul line. Finds Allison, now turns it over. Bedoyan in transition, 5 seconds to go. Soden takes it strong to the hoop. That rim and backboard were rattling. I'm surprised we didn't see a goaltend there. His lane is no good, but the Bulldogs take an 8-point lead away from the third quarter.
And you mentioned that 2-3 defense. That was the difference. Noticed it partway through, but Bedford had moved to that zone, making it really hard to if you're BG, find those backdoor passes. And that's been the difference for the Bulldogs in the third quarter, ending the quarter on a 19-6 run.
19-6 run and a 21-10 overall quarter. As the Bulldogs were able to pull away, they were down 3 at halftime and now find themselves up by 8. We'll see how Coach Moreno handles the fourth quarter here with that 8-point lead.
Becoming a high school sports official is an easy call. Officiating allows you to continue to be a role model by demonstrating qualities such as impartiality, fairness, and courage. High school sports officials help protect the integrity of the games we love by teaching and enforcing the rules of play. New officials have an opportunity to make a difference in their communities right away. To learn more about becoming a high school sports official, visit NHIAA.org.
I see what you did there. You know,
I don't even know.
Becoming the official is an easy call. I gotcha.
I didn't write that spot. I blame Andrew Fenn for everything.
No.
Nope.
Come on, give him a little bit of credit.
Yep, nope.
Okay, no credit. Andrew Fenn, of course, on our camera this evening. We appreciate you, Andrew. Soden now, top of the key, fakes the three, gets to the hoop, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Matarazzo, and the Cardinals are back the other way. Anderson, far side, Mackey, fakes the three, drives righty into the lane, floater, no good. Soden skies for the rebound. Up quick, O'Connell, across the key to a cutting Caden Brown for the easy lay-in.
And that whole play was set off by the defense that Kazajanski played, forcing a bad shot but not committing a foul.
Kazajanski with the D, Soden with the sky for the rebound. Great outlet pass and a great assist. Caden Brown finished. And the Bulldog lead is 10, 53-43. Canaway, lefty down the side there. Spins away, can't get the lay-in to go. Matarazzo across the key, finds Luke Anderson for a little bunny.
And that one a second chance basket, but we haven't seen nearly as many of those in the second half either.
We have not, as the Bulldogs have done well holding court on the defensive end. Soden now, back up top to Bedoyan. 10 feet beyond the top of the key. He'll settle things. They set up their offense. Handoff to Brown. He drives lefty. Bedoyan drives hard righty. Kicks to the far corner. Kazajanski for three. Rattles and out. Soden with the offensive board and then scrapped away by Matarazzo. Santosuaso on the break. Gets an acrobatic lay-in to go. He has 12. Good body control there by Santosuaso. And same for Bedoyan on the other end, as he makes an acrobatic drive and lay-in. Right hand gets it to go. He has 4.
Anything you can do, I can do better, I guess.
Santosuaso down the right lane. Should have been on the floor. I believe it will be on the floor.
On the floor on Bedoyan.
And you're absolutely right. Bedoyan will pick up just his first foul. However, that's the 6th team foul.
Maybe in the league you get a continuation on that, but not here.
You call that a gather? I'm not sure I would have even called that a gather.
I'm just saying they're loose with the rules.
Anderson, nice play. Matarazzo down low in the paint. Kick back out to Nichols. Couldn't handle it right away. Ellison, good solid body defense by Bedoyan. Ellison scoops to Santosuaso. Guarded by O'Connell. Cut here by Anderson. Headed off by Soden. Now Santosuaso looks to get in. Ellison, crossover, and gets fouled by Bedoyan.
Left arm. It was the left arm coming around the body that the official on the near side saw.
I thought he might have been reaching in on that right hand.
He may have bear hugged him.
Either way, yeah, you know, he's hugging him, he's whacking him, he's giving up probably a good 6 inches there.
Yep.
As Ellison has the stature over Bedoyan, who is, I don't know, maybe 5'6", 5'8". We'll give him 5'8".
I think he's taller than that.
Let's give him 5'9".
All right. I think Ellison's also taller than you're giving him, too.
The tall man will go to the line.
6'1", Ellison's probably 6'4", 6'5".
Ellison misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Apparently that was the 7th foul. And the Cardinals will be shooting a 1-and-1 the rest of the way. There's 5 minutes to go in the game. Great hustle defense by Caden Brown as he chased Santosuaso down from behind. The Bulldogs lead by 8, 55-47, as Ellison missed the front end of the 1-and-1. The Bulldogs went down and turned it over.
Caden Brown almost ran right into the lap of Jacob Redmond, who was the Hoka Track Athlete of the Week for the state of New Hampshire for his performance in the indoor track meet last Sunday at Dartmouth.
Wow, spitting some knowledge there. Yep. Look at you, Lauren
Some drop
Fox.
science, but I drop English.
Wow, you dropped English because you were no good at it.
Yep.
Santosuaso will go to the line. For the 1-and-1, too strong on the front end. Ball bounces out to Brown. Great crossover dribble. Dishes it across the lane for Soden, and he lays it in. 14 for Soden. The lead is 10. That Bounced out of the way. Another backdoor cut here by Anderson. He gets an easy deuce. He has 13.
That was just kind of lax defense more than anything else. Not lax like lacrosse, but chill.
Yeah, lax are a little bit more physical than that.
Yes.
Aiden O'Connell tries to get to the rim. He gets fouled. Canaway will pick that up. I believe that's his third. Fourth on the team. It is indeed the third foul on Canaway. Coach Moreno's going to take a timeout, talk things over. 4:36 to go in the game. The Bulldogs lead by 8, 57-49.
Upcoming programming notes for you on BCTV and or WBNH. Boys hockey against BG, that one's radio only. Saturday at 11 a.m. Girls basketball Tuesday the 21st against Alvern and senior night. Can't believe we're at senior night already. And boys hoops Friday the 24th against Salem, 7 p.m. Also a senior night game. NHIAA playoff coverage begins Tuesday, February 28th. Catch the games locally on Comcast Channel 23 or HD 1072, Bedford 1051, or www.bedfordtv.com. Be sure to check out BCTV's social media and the NHCCM sports broadcast schedule for all upcoming games. I'm sitting here listening to the Bedford Pep Band, and I'm saying, okay, that's Lady Gaga, Bad Romance.
It sure is.
Yep.
I appreciate your musical knowledge.
But I shouldn't be thinking about that while I'm doing the read.
Well, yeah. You should probably be thinking about the upcoming games.
I am.
You said you were surprised by the end of the season in senior night. There are only 2 regular season games left. These guys have been playing really well. 3 full months of play, December into January, now the end of February. Playoffs are just around the corner, and the Bulldogs are trying to have a shot at that 1 seed if possible. Inbound play here for the Bulldogs. Lafferty near side. Brown finds the cutting Braga, can't get it to go on the lay-in. Transition, Matarazzo wanted to pull the trigger, didn't. Anderson now gets to the rim, looks to make a pass, pivots out of pressure, and gets the lay-in to go. Anderson with 15 leads the Cardinals at 15, and it's quickly a 6-point game. Lafferty.
Braga's on the baseline putting out road flares.
He sure was.
Trying to have somebody see him.
Now he gets it. He'll go to the hoop. Nice little dish to O'Connell, who can't get it to go. Rebound by Matarazzo.
When guys are getting double teamed, somebody's always open.
That's the math. You weren't good in English, but you were good in logic?
Nah, I'm good at English.
Okay. All right, there you go. Lay in by Anderson. He has 17, and the lead is 4. 3.5 to go in the game. The Bulldogs lead by 4. Brown.
BG now on an 8-2 run.
O'Connell dribbles across the lean, pulls it back out. Soden, guarded by Matarazzo. Pulls it way back to half court. Gets a pick by Lafferty. Caden Brown spins away from pressure. Nice little floater in the lane and gets it to go. Caden Brown with 8.
Matarazzo left something at the top of the key.
Easy.
Caden Brown spun right around him.
Beautiful spin move
cycle. See you later.
By Brown, who's been a very solid spark for the Bulldogs, especially in these past 2 games. Had a marvelous defensive and hustle game against Pinkerton, and has been doing an equally spectacular job this evening. Only 8 points, but I don't want those to be minimized, as he is not one of the Bulldogs' normal scorers.
And I just reminded myself that my wet clothing is still in the washing machine.
Make sure you put that in the dryer, Lauren, when you get home.
Can't leave it overnight.
Soden gets double teamed. We're going to get a timeout on the Bedford side as the referee called timeout. The ball looked like it was loose when that whistle occurred.
Yeah.
And we heard some of the Bishop Guertin coaching staff a little upset about the timing of that call.
Well, the players were hoping for a held ball, but as it was, it wasn't. BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are easier to access than ever before. BCTV is available for free download on iOS and Android. You can download the BCTV app from your app store today.
2:29 to go in the game. The Bulldogs lead 59-53.
a packed house here tonight, and just goes to show you what you can do when you have both games going on, the amount of enthusiasm in this community to watch these boys teams, to support the Zink family. They did a Charlie's Team fundraiser during soccer season, hugely successful, and they're repeating the success here tonight. It's amazing.
O'Connell up top. The Bulldogs are going to look to get to the line if they can. They're going to slow things down, take their time on the clock. Toscano now. Bulldogs are in the bonus. Caden Brown slips. And we get a timeout. Coach Moreno, again, Johnny on the spot, saw Brown slip. He still had possession of the ball. Looked like he was being tied up by Javari Ellison. But again, Coach Moreno called that quick timeout.
And if this were a baseball game and the bat got loose in the stands, you'd go over, grab the rag, put rosin on the bat, or put some pine tar on the bat handle. In this case, somebody should go over there and sort of wipe the floor a little bit where Mr. Brown slipped. The BG coaching staff not pleased, the players not pleased either. We'll get a look at it on the replay here. And it looked like Brown went down and just held on to the ball. It didn't look like it was a travel necessarily.
No, it looked like Ellison had him tied up.
Yeah, it might have been a jump ball more than anything.
I can't see the possession arrow from here. I believe it would have been Bishop Guertin basketball. 2:07 to go in the game. Again, a 6-point lead, 59-53. And as you mentioned, the crowd is here and vocal.
Hey, it's Friday night. What else are you going to do? Come on.
Gotta have some fun. Gotta have some fun. Get out there, chirp some opposing players.
I always just enjoy it when fans, whether it's the high school or pro levels, start yelling personal stuff at players who they know can't fight back. So what are you doing? Like,
no good.
No
Coach
bueno.
Moreno, I'm imagining, is going to want the Bedford Bulldogs to be strong with the basketball. A couple of pump fakes here and there. Bedoyan now.
BG has only committed 4 fouls, so they'll need to start committing some if they want the clock to be their friend.
Brown now with the basketball. Bedoyan slips away. They're looking to kill time here. 1:50 to go in the game.
If you're BG, though, you got to think about fouling.
You would think so. They're going to look to play keep away for a while here. O'Connell gets into the lane and gets fouled on the ground.
The possession ended in a foul, but it was about 20 seconds later.
It sure was. And this is the exact kind of possession the Bulldogs needed. Javari Ellison picks up the foul, his first on the evening. 5 team fouls. Brown gets the inbound pass, pivots away. The Bulldogs will look to take another 20 seconds off the clock here if possible. Soden gets double teamed. Bedoyan back to Soden. Gets whacked on the way by, and Canaway will pick one up. That's his 4th foul. And they have 6 team fouls now. Next one puts the Bulldogs on the line for a bonus situation and a 1-and-1.
Well, that was, again, 14 seconds you might need.
1:27 to go in the game. The Bulldogs still lead by 6, 59-53. Soden near side, Caden Brown. Soden now between the legs, drives past, and Ellison will pick up that 7th foul. The referee says, Coach Fisher, you need to settle down. We called the foul. We're getting you guy to the line here. So Ellison is 2nd.
Again, what I don't understand, though, is if you're going to foul, why are you waiting 11 seconds to foul?
Yeah, go out and whack them right away, right?
It's still a 2-possession game.
Precious seconds were ticking off. Soden will go to the line and makes the front end. Soden 15 points on the evening. 1:16 to go, pushes the lead to 7 for now. And the back end is good as well. Soden has 16. Santa Suaso over the timeline. They're going to need to score and score quickly. They trail by 8, 61-53. Cardinals looking for those 3-point shots when available. Defense here by the Bulldogs, and Bedoyan's going to pick up a tough one. Coach Moreno didn't like the call. Bedoyan picks the foul up. And that's going to send them to the line. It will be Santos Suazo to the line for a 1-and-1.
I don't know where Bedoyan picked that one up. If anybody picked that one up, it should have been Toscano.
I would have thought the same, but the referee right there thought Bedoyan reached in. 60 seconds exactly on the clock. Front end is good. Santos Suazo had struggled from the line so far. He is now 1 for 4 and earns the second shot here. Second one is good. Santos Suazo with 14 on the evening cuts the lead to 6, 61-55. The Bulldogs lead by 6 and will inbound under their own basket.
Just a reminder for you that we will have the girls game starting at, it was supposed to be 8 o'clock. It's probably going to be a little bit later than that. And if you are around town, there are a number of great raffle baskets in the commons here at Bedford High School, all to benefit Charlie's team. So stop by, buy some raffle tickets, take a chance to win, and grab some food, baked goods, chicken tenders, you name it. It's all here. Are we going to go in between games?
Did I miss the chicken tenders?
Chicken tenders are there.
Wow.
When we interview Eric Zink, we need to actually make him bring.
They have to get a little nom-nom in between games.
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay.
They do not have mudslides, however. I wanted to clarify that for anybody who's used to going to the back room.
Yeah, well, you know, this is a school environment, so
yes,
the options are a little bit limited.
Fair, yes, logical.
61-55, the Bulldogs lead by 6. A minute to go in the game. The Bulldogs will inbound.
If you're Bedford, what you want to avoid here is that next foul, which would allow BG a chance to score 2 every time a foul is committed. It would put him in the double bonus.
O'Connell gets the inbound. Brown, far side, Soden.
I should specify without the clock moving either.
Dribbles through the triple team. Brown now, Toscano. They're playing keep away, and they're face guarding Soden. Soden will now get fouled by Matarazzo, finally. Several seconds clicked off, 15 in all, and a sure-handed free throw shooter will go to the line. Matarazzo picks up his 4th. 45 ticks left. Soden on the line. It is a 1-and-1, but now it's a 2 because he makes the front end. 17 for Soden. Soden, back end is good as well. 18 for him on the night.
8 for 8 from the stripe.
Santos Suazo. He finds Nichols. Nichols far side, Anderson. Anderson behind the back dribble. Can't get it to go. Santos Suazo cleans it up. He has 16. O'Connell gets doubled and fouled. He'll go to the line for another 1-and-1. It will be Anderson that picks that up. I believe that's only his first foul this evening. But it does send Aiden O'Connell to the line. Aiden O'Connell leads all scorers this evening with 23. Has been quiet here in the 4th quarter, but goes back to the line here. Good on the front end. The players seemingly thought that was a 2 double bonus type shot, but it was not. That would have been an interesting little play if he had missed it. He did not miss it and does not miss the second.
Bulldogs 17 of 18 from the line tonight.
Largely between Soden and O'Connell.
Deep 3 taken by Anderson, missed. BG gets a rebound.
Anderson will get the floater to go. He has 19 and a quick timeout by Coach Fisher. The lead is still 6, 65-59 after 2 free throws by O'Connell and then the floater by Luke Anderson. But only 17 seconds remain here in the game.
It has been nip and tuck straight through this game. After one, we were tied at 15. BG led by 3 at halftime, and Bedford in the 3rd scored 21 to BG's 10. that on the back of a 19-6 run, and here we stand. Bedford led by as many as 10, 55-45, and BG has scored 14 to Bedford's 10 in the last several minutes to make it a game, but they got a lot to do in the next 17 seconds to have a shot at this game, trailing by 6.
We've seen Reggie Miller score 8 points in what, 12 seconds, whatever it was?
Yes, I showed you the Adam Spanish one where he scored 6 in 2.8.
That was fantastic.
Yep.
Aiden O'Connell with 25, Luke Soden with 18 leading the scoring for Bedford. On the BG side, it is Luke Anderson with 19 and Matt Santosuaso with 16. Canaway chipping in 12 as well. Other players participating along the way, but those are your key scorers this evening for each squad. Caden Brown quickly into Soden. Soden gets fouled. Ball squirted away, but that foul was called. I believe it's Santosuaso. It is. That's his third. And now Soden will go to the line for 2 in the double bonus. 10 team fouls on the Cardinals. Only 2 seconds off the board on that inbound play. Soden hits the first. A quiet murmur over the crowd as Soden buries the second. He now has 20.
95% from the line for the Bulldogs.
Santosuaso gets open for 3, too strong. Defensive rebound by Caden Brown, and exclamation point is not dotted as Soden went for the dunk, couldn't quite get it to go. And with only 5 seconds to go, that was rather unimportant as the Bulldogs lead by 8. That would have electrified the crowd, though.
What I was more concerned about was the defender making any contact with him and what that was going to lead to, but fortunately he did not.
Smile on Soden's face as he and Aiden O'Connell chat about it. Missed dunk is irrelevant, and the Bulldogs come away with a 67-59 victory over the visiting Bishop Guertin Cardinals. We will take a quick break here. As we are in between games, we're going to get ready for the girls' game. Again, quick scoring update at the end of the game. We'll just hit highlights. Luke Soden with 20 and Aiden O'Connell with 25 for the Bulldogs. Luke Anderson with 19, Matt Santosuaso with 16, and Robert Canaway III with 12 for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. It was not enough as the Bulldogs come away with victory.